Well, good morning, my friends. What is up? It is your friend and pal Seth. My pronouns are he and they. I want to welcome you into your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for the day. If we are keeping track of the number, and guess what we are, because that's what we do here, and it's just so freaking fun to do it, okay? It is day number 131 of our morning inspiration videos, 131 videos, y'all. Ooh, I can't get over that. I love it. Yes, I do. All right. So, in addition to it being day number 131, it is also Monday. Okay, y'all. So I always like to call Mondays Mindset and Motivation Mondays. So I will take this opportunity to wish you a happy Mindset and Motivation Monday. And I will actually also ask you, how are you going to stay motivated today? I hope that you're doing well. You're making it the most fantastic day ever so far today. And if you find that you're needing just a little bit of some extra added boost, some extra motivation, I really hope this video serves to do that for you today. Helps you to feel just a little bit better, maybe 1 to 3% better. Hey, y'all, let's stretch it to 4 or 5% better. Okay, so there we go. All right, so inside of this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about what we're going to be doing inside of our community of practice that meets this morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you draw your attention down that cute little ticker on the bottom, join our community of practice at Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you, my friend, would like to join us for today, you can get with me down in the comments below and let me know. You can get with me on social media and let me know. Or if you got the link to this video via an email and you don't have the actual Zoom link to get into the group, you can reply back to the email and say, Seth, I don't have the Zoom link. I want to come to the group today. I'd say, yes, you do, baby. Okay. And I will get you the Zoom link and hook you and get you to hook up. Okay. So there we go. All right. So what are we actually going to be doing and talking about inside of our group for today? So today is our Tranquil Voices group, which we have every Monday. I absolutely love it. And the topic for today is out of our heads into our wellness. I already love that. Okay, I really, really do. All right, so our songs for inspiration. I love both of the songs. One of the songs is Out of My Head by the group Fastball, who I've loved for years. And the other song is Can't Get You Out of My Head. It's a cover of the original song by Kylie Minogue, and it is by a German a German rock band called Annen Kantreit. Shortened actually to AMK. And the words Annen May Kantreit are pretty much the surnames or the last names of each of the members of the band. Pretty much. They just put them together and woo, there we go. So it's normally shortened to just AMK. So, and they do an incredible version and their incredible cover of the song Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. Y'all, some incredible songs for today. If you get a chance to listen to them, download the lyrics, y'all. Woo, awesome, awesome songs. All right, so there we go. So, as per usual, we are going to be looking at our circle of control exercise and looking at what is inside of our control and what is not inside of our control and everything. And this is something that's really, really important, especially also inside of our wellness and our recovery. So I will actually ask you, what is one thing inside of your control that you can take responsibility for today? Because again, we can't take responsibility for any of the things we don't have control over. So what is one thing that's in your control that you can take responsibility for today? We are going to be getting deep today inside a group, y'all. Okay. One of the things we're actually going to be looking at inside of group is kind of the power of language. And also with that, kind of being careful of how we use certain words, especially when they are related to certain specific a certain specific diagnosis or diagnoses. Okay. Now, for me, especially even before I was, diagnosed with any of my mental health diagnoses, and even since, I've heard, a lot of people, just use, different sentences or just different sayings, in a very interesting way. So like saying, oh, I'm OCD. I'm so OCD about cleaning. Or, this experience is giving me major PTSD, or, all just like different, types of examples. So it's interesting and kind of, being careful of kind of how we use, certain words when it comes to our diagnoses and everything, because the main thing that we have to really look at here is that when we use, terms like this, like saying, oh, I'm so OCD about cleaning, and the thing is, and if we do not actually have that specific diagnosis, what happens is it minimizes the real pain or the real experience of those that are actually going through that diagnosis. So what happens is, if we say stuff like this, we're kind of minimizing the actual pain and minimizing, the actual effect that this can have, on people with these actual diagnoses and everything. So that's one of the things we're really going to be looking at today, kind of the power of language, and just kind of being careful about how we use some certain words as they are related to our diagnosis and diagnoses, regardless of whether we have them or not. All right. Another thing we're going to be looking at today is this whole idea of kind of bouncing back from setbacks. You know, Throughout the course of our journey, our healing journey, our recovery journey, throughout the course of life, we're going to have some type of setback and everything. And the key is to figure out how to bounce back from them and everything. And that's one of the things we're actually going to be talking about today, kind of how to bounce back from setbacks and how to, really just stay a lot more resilient and everything. So that's another thing we're going to be talking about today, and just looking at ways in which we can do that. And another thing, and this is something that I find just really, really interesting, and also just really, really powerful, are these type of healing journey transition emotions. Now, again, I can only speak from my own, experience and everything, but throughout the course of a healing journey, what happens is, I know, and again, I know this happens especially for me. Throughout the course of my healing journey, I have had certain different emotions and everything. And the thing is, it's okay to really feel kind of a lot of those emotions. For us, we may feel kind of lost, confused, angry, unseen, empty, all of that. And the thing is, we are in a constant state of transition as we are kind of going through our healing journey. And that's something to really, 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 really recognize and really validate for ourselves. Because the thing is, we are in a constant state of transition, and we're transitioning from a version of ourselves, that we were, or we're breaking away from what was, and creating space for what will be, for the type of person that we will be, from the type of life that we want to have for ourselves and everything. So, just recognizing and realizing that these emotions are temporary. And again, I think this also really also connects with bouncing back from setbacks and everything, because there are going to be setbacks along our healing journey as well, which can also well, not help these emotions, which can also contribute to a lot of these emotions and everything. So it's important, I think, to, kind of give ourselves that grace and know again that these feelings and these emotions are temporary. So y'all, it's going to be a fantastic, fabulous, and powerful group today. All right. So I want to leave you with, from the Wellness and Life Advice document by Will and Jen, under the heading of 8 phrases that will make you better. The advice for today is: your life is as good as your mindset. And with today actually also being Monday at the time of this recording, figuring out and looking at the type of mindset that we want to have for the day, and pretty much maybe every day moving forward and everything. So I think this is something that's really, really powerful and really important. All right. So that will about do it for your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for the day. My friends, I will say, don't quit before the miracle happens, my babies. Find ways to keep moving forward, because you're amazing. You're worth it. Let's join hands and do this together. I will also say, stay positive, stay motivated, stay focused on your amazing, huge, big dreams and goals, my friends. All right. Thank you so, so much for watching your morning inspiration, your morning inspiration video for the day. And I will see you. Hey, you. God, you're cute. Dang, you're cute. I will see you in the morning inspiration video for tomorrow.